Most people are picking Jaron Ennis to beat Xander Zayas coming up June 27th at the Barclays Center in one of the best fights you can make in boxing. But I think they may be overlooking Xander Zayas.
And there's a lot of things that I can take advantage of. I got the speed, I got the power, I got the technique, I got the length, I got the strength, I got the IQ. There's a lot of things I can take into consideration when it comes to breaking down.
I got boots for me.
And what style? You think he's gonna go out talk?
I don't know. Jaron might put on.
Of course, man. Look, at 23 years old, man, he's a unified champ. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in that position, right? And I think he's definitely on the clouds right now. And I think if he can continue that momentum and beat Boots, man, I think the sky's the limit for the kid.
Now, what about Boots? What do you think his best attributes are in the ring?
And he's slick. You know, he's slick, and I think the best attribute about him is that he can create openings off of anything. You know, he does all these little movements that he can find the opening. So I think him being able to create openings off anything, man, I think that's pretty special.
All right, man. Thank you for your time. And once again, who are you giving the advantage to that fight to?
If I'm a betting man, I'm going Boots.
I got Boots, man, and I low-key don't even see a way that Xander's gonna be able to deal with Boots. I mean, they say he's gonna box him and stuff like that or whatever, but I don't think Zayas' power is really top tier to really keep Boots off. I think Boots is very versatile. I think he'll fight a better fight than the past.
You may be surprised by his performance. I do have Boots winning the fight. I put a little bag on Xander Zayas though because the odds were so crazy. You can't win any money unless you put a huge amount of money down on Boots. And really, what you're going to win is just, you know, y'all get it. The probability of winning and the odds and all those things. It just, you can't really afford it. So I'll put a little money on Xander Zayas to win bigger. But I do have Boots winning, and I think.
I mean, Boots, we're still trying to see if Boots can take the punch. Is Boots really the good? We don't know. We was hoping he fought Virgil Ortiz because we thought Virgil probably could show us, but now it's even better because Xander gonna show us too. Yeah, Xander's not as old as him. Xander hasn't been around as long as him, but Xander's a two-time world champion. And he's gonna be big as heck come fight night.
For months, this matchup was expected to be a routine display of explosive power and elite speed, a clear path toward global stardom. But the moment both fighters stepped onto the scales, the entire narrative changed. The confidence pouring from one corner suddenly collided with a physical reality that no amount of training could hide. Now the boxing world is divided. Even the experts who once predicted an early blowout are quietly changing their predictions.
Zayas.
50-50.
50-50.
Neither one of them is a puncher.
Okay. 50-50. What do you see there? Why do you say that?
Because I think that neither one of them has the big hammer. They both can crack a little bit. They're supposed to be able to crack at that level, but they don't have the big hammer where they can hurt you with any good shot. I think that Boots is a little sharper in his delivery and in his punches. I think he has better combinations. Again, maybe it's experience. I don't know, but neither one of them has the decisive edge on that.
Would you say that Jaron is a little bit more explosive than Xander?
Yeah, a little sharper. His punches come with more bad intentions than Zayas. Zayas more, I'm not gonna say he pushes his punches, but he just doesn't have that snap at the end of him like Jaron does. And Zayas may be the bigger puncher, but because Boots is so explosive and sharp, his maybe take more.
The numbers on the scale told one story, but the visual contrast outside the Barclays Center told another. For days, rumors claimed the younger challenger would miss the super welterweight limit. Instead, he comfortably made weight, showing remarkable discipline. But when his opponent came in even lighter, the face-off revealed a huge physical gap. It wasn't just about ounces. It was the difference in size, frame, and overall presence. Suddenly, what was expected to be a battle of elite skill became a fight about overcoming a major physical disadvantage.
Xander Zayas, Jaron Ennis, 12 rounds for the unified WBA WBL Super Welterweight Championship. Promotions live on the zone from Brooklyn, New York, USA.
That obvious size gap immediately sparked heavy debate throughout the boxing community. Insiders pointed to a worrying trend from past fights, noting that the challenger has reportedly gained nearly 30 pounds by fight night. This goes beyond making weight. It suggests a natural middleweight squeezing into a lower division to overpower smaller rivals. The favorite's father and trainer even shared his concerns after the face-off, saying the opponent is simply too big for this division. Win or lose. Many believe this will be the final time the young powerhouse competes at this weight.
You know, it's Xander didn't do any interviews yesterday. I believe his team said for sure he's moving up. So what does that mean for you when being on the opponent's side, when you see that, when you kind of, like, what does that behavior mean?
Well, I've been said that he was too big. He was going to move up anyway. So, you know what I mean? But he's taking a chance, you know what I mean? And he want to be great. So, I mean, like I said, I respect Xander for taking the fight. A lot of guys didn't want to fight me.
Right,
Yeah.
but talk about that respect because he's a unified champion. He's not even just kind of a star alone. He's a unified champ, giving opportunity to a guy that a lot of people didn't want to.
And he didn't have to take the fight. He could have forced somebody else. So that's why I respect him. You know what I mean?
Right. With this weight issue that Xander seems to be going through, does that work in the game plan for you? Like maybe more body shots, more
Some
movement?
people do, some people don't. You know what I mean? Xander, and then you gotta look at it. Xander, 23 years old. He's young, man. So his heart is in it.
That obvious size gap immediately sparked heavy debate throughout the boxing community. Insiders pointed to a worrying trend from past fights, noting that the challenger has reportedly gained nearly 30 pounds by fight night. This goes beyond making weight. It suggests a natural middleweight squeezing into a lower division to overpower smaller rivals. The favorite's father and trainer even shared his concerns after the face-off, saying the opponent is simply too big for this division. Win or lose. Many believe this will be the final time the young powerhouse competes at this weight.
Stylistically is maybe more difficult in the division, like a Fandora, Virgil Ortiz, like between those two guys.
I don't think none of them is difficult for Boots. That Boots on his game plan. You know what I mean? He do what he's supposed to do. Boots got so many different ways to fight, man. Like I keep on telling you, they ain't seen the best Boots yet. And I hope Xander bring it out, then they'll see.
Do you see, like, does negotiations for Virgil Ortiz change after tomorrow if Boots were to become unified? Because now he's a unified champion.
Yeah,
before there were no belts.
Yeah, but I really can't say about that. We might move on to Vandor if he want to take the fight. You know what I mean? I don't know until after this.
I was going to say, is Fandor maybe more the sight set on him next? Or is it like a Josh Kelly? They're the ones with the other two belts.
Yeah, we won all of them.
The tension between both camps didn't stop at the weigh-in. It reached another level during the final press conferences. What began with mutual respect quickly turned into strange, deeply personal mind games. The fighters exchanged insults, taking shots at each other's records, appearance, and even facial hair. When one accused the other of being scared, the reply came with an emotional outburst. This is no longer just business. The professional image has faded, exposing real hostility that is ready to erupt the moment the opening bell rings.
I get to do it. First pay-per-view, Barclays Center, New York. I'm excited. I'm going to take over the world like I've always been doing.
You know, he's been saying that he does everything better than you. You've been pretty specific about the things that you do better. You've called him flat-footed. You've called him in the past kind of a weight bully there. What are some of the things that you believe you do better?
I think I do everything above everybody. I feel like I always make the adjustments, and that's what great fighters do. I'm not going to sit here and take away credit from what he is as a fighter. He's a great fighter, and I've always said it. And Saturday night, I will prove why I'm better than him.
You're obviously not going to reveal all your strategy here, but what do you got to do? What is the key to beating this guy?
Be smart and have fun like I always do. Be smart, have fun, keep a smile on my face, and break him down little by little.
How do you break down a guy like this?
I'll show you guys Saturday night.
Boots, do you think you can be broken down?
Excuse me, what you say?
Do you think you can be broken down by Xander?
Yo, just make sure y'all tune in on Saturday night. That's all I'm gonna say, man. All the fans, supporters, everybody's gonna be in the building. Don't get up to get no food. Don't get up to get no popcorn. Stay in y'all seat and don't blink. Please don't blink. Oh my God.
Xander, you've said in the build-up, you said Boots has been trying to bully you during this promotion, that he has no idea what he is walking into. What do you mean by that?
No, I feel like
This growing hostility has even split some of boxing's most respected voices. On one side, legendary champions like Terrence Crawford believe elite experience and superior ring IQ will decide the fight. They argue the younger challenger is talented, but is stepping into dangerous waters far too early in his career. Leading promoters have also suggested the favorite still has unseen layers to his game that fans have yet to witness. In their view, the fight ends with a steady breakdown that leads to a late-round stoppage.
Where if you got to be world champ, I don't care if you're 17, you got to be ready for all the smoke because everybody's goal is the world title. As soon as you get it, you come out of that rat race and you become the target. You understand? We got a rat race and we got a target. Everybody's aiming for that target. If you come out of that rat race and get that title, you become that target. And you have to know that. So I don't care how old you are, with Benitez, that target when he was 17 years old. No matter how old you are. Mike Tyson became that target when he was 19 years old. Don't matter how old you are.
Salvador Sanchez, your guy.
19 years old. Yeah. When you get that title, you are now the target. Ain't no system about no smoke. You're supposed to be ready for all the smoke or get a title up.
Well, why is that narrative such a big thing with this fight? Because Boots hasn't exactly fought killers either.
I don't understand that. That's why I said I don't understand what Andre was saying. That's why I said I disagree.
Yeah.
What you said, I hear what you're saying, but that's not right. I mean, Boots, we still trying to see if Boots can Boots take the punch. Is Boots ready to do it? We don't know. That's Boots hoping he fought Virgil Ortiz because we thought Virgil probably could show us, but now it's even better because Xander gonna show us too. Yeah, Xander's not as old as him. Xander hasn't been around as long as him, but Xander's a two-time world champion.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be big as heck come fight night.
But a strong opposing view is quickly gaining support among respected analysts who are not buying the hype. Former champions continue warning fans that expecting an easy win is a huge mistake. They believe the younger challenger is not only bigger and equally powerful, but also carries a disciplined counterpunching style. More importantly, the favorite has often shown impatience when chasing a knockout. He takes risks, leaves openings, and his opponent throws a dangerous left hook that has repeatedly been viewed as the perfect weapon against him.
If you're assessing a fight, let me help the YouTubers out there. Let me help the guys that are watching these fights and reporting on these fights. When you see a fighter get hit with a two-piece or a combination, you don't just say, oh, he took that well. No, you can say he took that well, but you always got to think about if he's fighting somebody else. If he took that well against this guy, but if he's fighting somebody else that can hit a little bit harder, that's a little bit more accurate, that can get that shot through a lot quicker, that same shot that I keep seeing him get hit with fight in and fight out could be a knockout shot or a shot that actually hurts him next time. That's how you actually view a fight. You look at it and say, man, I'm interested. He keep getting hit with this 1-2. Man, he ain't got out the way and made no adjustment. Man, he got away with that tonight, but man, that's a concern because if he fights this guy, then that may not be the same story. So that's something you have to look at with Jaron Boots in it. But for Xander, I like him personally. I like his movement. I like the Puerto Rican heritage. I like how he's leaned into that and embraced that. Man, he's a good kid. And all these things can be said about Jaron Boots Ennis as well, but I'm just talking about Xander right now.
The path to a stunning upset depends on removing the chaos from the fight. The younger champion has no plans to trade wild punches in a reckless war. Instead, his camp has spent weeks preparing a disciplined, tactical game plan built around a sharp jab and smart distance control. The objective is to neutralize the favorite's explosive athleticism. If he can frustrate the aggressor, force him into mistakes, and control the early rounds, his size and rehydration advantage could become a major factor over the championship distance.
Preparations have gone well, and we stay true to what we mentioned before. We see certain things that we can take advantage of, and of course I won't mention them here, but Xander's the type of fighter that will go in there and stay composed and look for those openings that we need to take advantage of and things that we've discussed in camp.
You've been on an incredible run over the last year, titles in both of your last 2 fights, but have you seen anything different in Xander as he's preparing for the biggest fight of his pro career?
Absolutely. The hunger's always there, but this camp has been quite different in that he sees that light at the end of the tunnel. And this is he knows that this is the fight that's going to take him over the top. He's a major star in Puerto Rico right now, but this fight makes him a major star worldwide.
You're not going to reveal your game plan, obviously, but you just heard Bozy say if Xander comes forward, he's getting knocked out. It's going to be an early night. What do you say to that?
Yeah, well, that's easy to say, but we're gonna go in there as a team and be smart about this fight.
You had something to add there, Bozy?
No, I'm just telling you, when you just talking, I said, just tell him to do it then. Tell him to come on. Tell him to come on forward and see what happens. Remember, like I always tell everybody.
That Boots comes out.
Listen, my man, let me finish talking. Boots fight inside and outside. So whatever Xander want to do, Boots can do. All right?
See you Saturday.
I will see you Saturday. That's for sure.
Ultimately, this fight is no longer about making a simple prediction. It is a test of what truly defines greatness. Will it be the explosive, fearless phenom who trusts his talent to conquer another division? Or the bigger, disciplined tactician who knows how to use his size and capitalize on every mistake? Tonight, one of these rising stars could see their perfect path come to an end. As fight night approaches, the only certainty is that an unbeaten record is on the line. We'd love to hear your prediction. Who do you think wins? Let us know in the comments. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next upload.